Let's prepare on the TNPSC AE 2019 question paper. 141. Out of the following methods used for structural analysis, so those include in the analysis of indeterminate structure or what. Okay, so when you see this, the first two options only specifically for indeterminate structures, that is moment distribution and slope deflection method. 142. A soil has a bulk density of 22 kilonewton per meter cube and moisture content of 10%. The dry density of the soil is what? So here the formula is like this, that is the dry density is equal to bulk density by 1 plus W. Okay, so here the bulk and water, that is the moisture content, is given here already. So it is 22 divided by 1 plus 0.1. 10% has to be converted such that 0.1. Okay, so it is 22 by 1.1, so that is 20 kilonewton per meter cube. 143. Tezagi's basic differential equation for one-dimensional consolidation of clayey soil. So this we have studied in the consolidation chapter. So dou u by dou t will be equal to Cv into dou square u by dou z square. 144. The difference between maximum void ratio and minimum void ratio of a sand is 0.3. If the relative density of the sand is 66.6% at a void ratio of 0.4, then the void ratio at its loosest state is what? The void ratio at its loosest state means it denotes the maximum void ratio, because when the soil is at its loosest form, the void ratio will be maximum only. So we have to find Emax in the formula. So we know that for the relative density, the formula is Emax minus E by Emax minus E minimum. So here E is nothing but the void ratio of that natural soil. So it is 0.4. So that is also given. So we can directly apply this in the formula. So I have written like this, that is the relative density here, that is 0.66 is equal to E max minus the E value 0.4 by the difference between that, E max minus E minimum. Okay, so if you have written like this means you need not multiply the formula with 100. If you are writing directly 66% means you should multiply it with 100. Okay, so when you take this value here, the answer will be 0.198. So E max will be equal to 0.198 plus 0.4. So it is nearly 0.598, which is equal to 0.6. So option B is the answer here. Then question 145. Tezagi's equation of ultimate bearing capacity for a strip footing may be used for square footing resting on the pure clay soil with the correction factor what? So this formulas we have already studied in the bearing capacity unit. So just let us see that. So this is the formula we have studied. For strip footing, it is given as CNC plus 0.5 gamma B and gamma plus gamma D and Q, like that. Okay. When the clay is a pure clay, this N gamma will be equal to 0. So the second term will become automatically 0. The second term will become 0. Okay. So you can see the same formula for the circular footing. Neglect this because we have 0 for that, so neglect this. When you see the other two options, this and this are same, and CNC is equal to, here it is 1.3 CNC. Okay, they have asked the correction factor, that is NC, what is the change happened there, that is only in the question they have asked. So it is multiplied with 1.3. So with an addition of 1.3 correction factor, we can do the same formula. You can use the same formula for calculating the bearing capacity of square footing. So here option D, 1.3 is the answer. 146. A clay layer 4 meter thick in field takes 3 years to attain 40% consolidation with condition of double drainage. If the same clay layer is underlain by hard rock, then the time taken to attain 40% consolidation will be what? The consolidation, it is same, 40% only in both the cases, and in the first case it is 3 years time has taken in a double drainage. In the second case, they have given that a hard rock is there. So this means it is a single drainage. So one side is blocked by the hard rock. Okay. So we have studied this in consolidation unit, that the double drainage will be 4 times faster than the single drainage. So consolidation will be happening such that. So here what they have given, it's for a double drainage, it takes 3 years. Okay, so it is faster than the single drainage, so it means it's 4 times slower, no? So you have to directly multiply that 3 years into 4, so you'll get the answer as 12 years. 147. If CV is the coefficient of consolidation, T is the time taken and H is the length of the drainage path of one-dimensional consolidation of soil, then the time factor TV is what? So CV T by H square, it's a direct answer. 148, if alpha is the angle between the direction of the failure and the major principal plane and phi is the angle of shearing resistance, then the relationship between these two is what? So let us see this with the explanation. So this we have studied in the Moore-Coulomb equation. Okay, the shear strength will be equal to C dash plus sigma dash tan phi dash, like that. Okay, so here the critical shear plane is an important factor. So that is mentioned as alpha F. So we have studied this formula already. That is, if it is with reference to the major principal stress, means it is 45 plus 5 by 2. In the question this is only asked. If it is with the minor principal stress, means it should be minus 5 by 2. Okay, and if it is a clay, means the phi value will become 0. So automatically alpha F will be becoming 45 degree alone. 49, the shear strength of a saturated clay from unconfined compression test is half the unconfined compression strength. So this also we have studied in the shear strength. So in the shear strength, for the first dimension, we will be using this unconfined compression test. So here the answer is given like this, that is the shear strength is equal to C plus tan phi. Okay, so where for clays phi will be 0, so the second term will become 0. So shear strength will be equal to the cohesion strength. So it is also said that sigma 1 is equal to 2z tan phi 45 degree plus phi by 2. So when the phi is equal to 0, you will be getting tan 45 alone, so it is 1. So sigma 1 will be equal to 2 times the cohesion. So here they have asked in terms of the stress. Okay, so here you should write this C is equal to sigma 1 by 2. Okay, so the reverse also they will be asking. The stress will be equal to how much times the cohesion. So if that is the case, means you should write it's twice the cohesion strength or it's twice the shear strength. So here option B is the answer. Question 150, 70% of a soil is retained on 75 micron sieve and 60% of the coarse fraction is retained on 4.75 mm. So ISC, the uniformity coefficient is 5 and the coefficient of curvature is 2. So what is the soil designation accordingly? Okay, so with the values given, we want to find this. First, the first line if you read means they have given that 70% is retained on 75 micron. Okay, so the 75 micron C only decides whether the soil is a coarse grain or fine grain. So here it is greater than 50%. If it is greater than 50%, means it's a coarse grain soil. So sand or gravel it can be. When it is less than, means we'll be going for clay, silt, like that. Okay, so here it is 70%. So obviously it should be sand or gravel only. You see the next case now. So here they have given 4.75 mm sieve, where here also it is more than 50%, that is 60% is retained. So if it is retained, means it's a gravel, and if it is passing, means it is a sand. So here more than 50 is retained, so it is a gravel. So option C and D only will be the answer. Okay, then the next case is CC and CU value are given. So here we know the conditions for well-graded and poorly graded gravel. For well-graded gravel, the CU should be greater than 4 and CC should lie between 1 and 3. Okay, so here both the cases satisfied, and CU is greater than, it's 5, and CC is 2. So it is also between 1 and 3. So it is well-graded gravel. Thank you and keep watching.